Nope.
I rolled over and grabbed my phone off the nightstand. Through blurry eyes, I saw a notification.
Time for your daily dose of friendship. Begin now or dismiss and remind you in 1 hour.
I stared at the phone, dumbfounded. I had just moved to Smithville today. Mrs. Mosley, the next-door neighbor, had mentioned something about a daily socialization quota. "That's the only bad thing about this town," she said, as she helped me push my sofa through the door. "Mandatory socialization. Everything else is wonderful. You're going to love it." I thought she was making some weird joke. But now, as the notification from the Smithville Community app, an app they asked me to install to, quote, better integrate into the community, when I closed on the house, I realized it wasn't a joke at all. I tapped Begin Now. A new message appeared on the screen.
Hello. Welcome to Smithville, the friendly town where everybody knows your name. Swipe to read information about fulfilling your daily friendship quota, or DFQ.
I swiped.
5 fun ways to fulfill your DFQ. 1. Watch 2 hours of a TV show based on social interaction. For example, Friends, How I Met Your Mother, Community, etc. Consult the Smithville website for a full list of approved television shows. Option 2. Spend 1.5 hours on social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Make at least 1 post, 5 comments, and 20 favorites or likes. It doesn't matter if you are interacting with friends, co-workers, strangers, or public figures. Option number 3. Text, call, or Skype with a friend for 1 hour. Option number 4. Meet a friend in person. Total conversation time should add up to 30 minutes. Spending time with your spouse, children, or parents does not count. Option number 5. Have at least 5 interactions with strangers or passerbys on the street.
I'll do it tomorrow, I thought. It's not like they'll ever know. Then I set the phone back on the nightstand, rolled over, and went back to sleep. I woke with a start. I grabbed my phone. 12:03 a.m. and one new notification from the Smithville Community app.
Daily friendship quota not met. Would you like to start now? Yes or no?
I tapped no. Then I made sure my phone was set to silent, rolled over, and went back to sleep. 30 minutes later, I was awoken by another sound. It wasn't coming from my phone. It was coming from the doorbell. I pulled myself out of bed and trudged down the hall. "Hello?" I called. No answer. I leaned in and looked through the peephole. Mrs. Mosley stood on my doorstep. She looked like she had just woken up. Her curly gray hair was snarled in a large knot on the left side of her head. Deep purple circles ringed around her bloodshot eyes. She was wearing a wrinkled nightgown. I pulled the door open. "Mrs. Mosley?"
"Oh, Heather, I'm awfully sorry to bother you."
She spoke fast, tripping over her words. Are you doing okay? Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Well, it's just, did you remember to fulfill your daily socialization quota? No, I fell asleep, I said, stifling a yawn. I was going to do it tomorrow. It's important to take seriously, she said, the tempo increasing. I was about to ask her how anyone would know whether I took it or not, but I stopped, the words catching in my throat. Behind her, just past my driveway, sat a black car. In the darkness, I couldn't tell who was inside, or if anybody was actually inside. But I knew one thing. It hadn't been there earlier that day, or in the evening. Can I come inside? She asked, forcing a twitchy smile. We can have a little tea and chat for a bit. That will fulfill your quota, and I was having an awful lot of trouble sleeping, so it would really be great. I glanced at the car again, and nodded. She stepped inside. I closed the door and locked it. She followed me into the kitchen and sat down at the table. I sat down across from her and realized tears glistened in her eyes. Mrs. Mosley, what's wrong? Nothing, she said in a cheerful tone, though her voice cracked with a near sob. We just need to make sure you get your quota. Why? I asked. What's so important about this mandatory socialization time? I mean, how can they even enforce it? It's not like they're watching my every move. She gave me a meaningful stare. Then, ever so slightly, she inclined her head to the left. I turned. The granite countertops gleamed in the low light. The oak cabinets shone a deep brown. And there, perched on top of the wood, was something tiny and black. Is that a camera? Shh! She hissed. She grabbed my hand and squeezed it, hard. Heather, I'd love to hear about you. What brought you to Smithville? Okay, I started. That's a good idea. I took a deep breath and started my life story, leaving out identifying details, of course. I wouldn't want whoever was behind that camera finding out more than they should. When exactly 30 minutes had passed, Mrs. Mosley stood up suddenly. I've got to go, Heather, but we'll meet tomorrow, 3 p.m. at the park on Maple Avenue, okay? I nodded. As soon as she was out the door, my phone chimed.
Thank you for completing your daily dose of friendship.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, you know what to do. Thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell, all that good Shout out to the author of this story, Blair Daniels. This is not her first appearance on Nope Too Creepy. Check out the videos on screen right now if you want to check out her other stories that I've done. And check out the description to connect with her and find more of her work, because they are all great stories. For real. Until next time, everybody, remember to stay safe out there. I'll be seeing you in the next video.